Hello friends, good morning to one and all. Today we are going to study surface chemistry. It is the second unit of chemistry paper second. That is the physical section of chemistry paper second. In this unit we are going to study the introduction regarding adsorption, mechanism of adsorption, then difference between adsorption and absorption, types of adsorption like physical adsorption, chemical adsorption, and remaining part of this unit that will be studied in next video, and that points are here: factors affecting adsorption, adsorption of gaseous by solids, adsorption isotherm, types of adsorption isotherm. In that section we have to study Freundlich adsorption isotherm and Langmuir adsorption isotherm. So today we are going to study the introduction regarding the surface chemistry. You know, surface, that is chemistry, is nothing but the branch of science which deals with the study of changes that occurs when one substance combines with other under various conditions. And in physical chemistry we have to study some principles, theories, laws. So here we must know the adsorption. So regarding this we have to consider the substance, that is a solid substance, and the atoms or molecules of solid substance behave like surface molecules of liquids. You know, the liquid, so this is the surface molecule of liquid, and this surface molecule of the liquid that are not surrounded by the atoms or molecules of their kind. Whereas if we consider the molecule of the liquid which is at the interior or at the middle part, this particular molecule is surrounded from all sides by the molecules or atoms of their own kind. So this molecule is more stable, and its all intermolecular forces of attraction are balanced. So this molecule possesses very less energy, means it is most stable, and it is less reactive, or you can say that non-reactive. But the molecule which is at the surface, this molecule is unbalanced intermolecular forces of attraction. Therefore this molecule possesses more energy, and it tried to balance its intermolecular attractions by absorbing other molecules. So in short we can say that the molecule which is at the surface has unbalanced intermolecular forces of attraction. So such molecules possesses high energy, and they are most unstable, and they have high reactivity, and such molecules attains stability by adsorption of any other species with the loss of heat energy. So the adsorption is an exothermic process. On the other hand, the molecules which are at the interior part, they have balanced intermolecular forces of attraction, they possesses less energy, and they are most stable molecules. So here cause of adsorption, that is nothing but, this is the phenomenon of adsorption that occurs in order to balance the unbalanced intermolecular forces of attraction of the surface molecules. So when a solid is exposed to a gas or liquid, then the molecules from the gas or liquid, they accumulate, or you can say that concentrate surface. So these are the gas molecules, and these gas molecules are adsorbed at the surface of this solid adsorbent. So this is the solid substance and it acts as an adsorbent, whereas these gas molecules, they act as the adsorbates. So adsorbate, it is nothing but the gas or the liquid molecules which deposits on the surface of the solid substance or solid matter, whereas adsorbent is a solid substance on whose surface the deposition of gas or the liquid molecules occurs. And the phenomenon of the deposition of gas or liquid molecules at the surface of solid substance is known as adsorption. So the definition for adsorption can be given like this: the phenomenon of accumulation or concentration of molecules of gas or liquid at solid surface is nothing but adsorption, whereas the substance which deposits at the surface is called adsorbate, and the solid substance on whose surface the deposition occurs are called adsorbents. And this phenomenon of the deposition at the surface of solid adsorbent, it is nothing but the adsorption. Now let us see some examples of adsorption. So first example is, finely divided charcoal is stirred into dilute solution of methylene blue, which is a organic dye. Then after some time you will observe that the depth or color, or you can say the density of the color of this methylene blue or organic dye decreases appreciably or considerably. So this indicates that the molecules of the methylene blue adsorbed at the surface of charcoal. Now let us see the second example of adsorption. It is the adsorption of gas by charcoal. Now here the gas like sulfur dioxide, chlorine or ammonia, it is treated with powdered charcoal in a closed vessel, and then you will find that the pressure of the gas that will be decreased. So this indicates that the gas molecules concentrate, or you can say that the gas molecules accumulate on charcoal surface. So it is nothing but the adsorption process. Now third example, it is very common and it is known to one and all. Say here, this is nothing but the adsorption of chalk by blackboard. So we know that while writing on blackboard, the chalk is nothing but calcium carbonate. So chalk particles concentrate at the surface of blackboard. So this process is also nothing but the adsorption process. Now let us see the mechanism of molecules of a solid surface behave like the molecules of liquid or molecules of the liquid at surface. So these molecules which are at the surface are not surrounded by atoms or molecules of their kind, and therefore they have unbalanced, or you can say that residual attractive forces on the surface, and that residual forces can hold adsorbate particles. For example, let's see here, this is the platinum, and these dotted lines that indicates the residual valence bonds, and these are responsible, or these residual valence bonds, they may be van der Waals attractive forces or they may be chemical bonds. means they may be covalent or ionic in nature. So these bonds or residual valence bonds holds the adsorbate particles at the surface of the metals. So here the adsorbed atoms or molecules can be held on the surface of a metal like platinum or nickel or iron by physical van der Waals force of attraction or chemical forces due to residual bonds. This adsorption of hydrogen on platinum may take place in two ways, either molecularly or atomically. So it is shown like this one. So in this figure, this hydrogen temperature is raised, then the bond which is present in between these two hydrogen atoms, that is ruptured. So this hydrogen undergoes dissociation and it adsorbs atomically at the surface of platinum, and it is nothing but the chemisorption. So it is the physically adsorbed and this is the chemically adsorbed. So this first figure, this indicates the hydrogen adsorbed molecularly on platinum, whereas this figure, this indicates the hydrogen adsorbed atomically on platinum, and these dotted lines, that indicates the residual valence bonds. Now next point is difference between adsorption and absorption, or here we have to distinguish between adsorption and absorption. So first point is regarding adsorption. So adsorption is the phenomenon of concentration or accumulation of molecules of gas or liquid at solid surface, whereas absorption is the phenomenon in which the particles of gas or liquid get uniformly distributed throughout the body of the solid. Now here next point is regarding adsorption. So adsorption is a surface phenomenon because the concentration of the adsorbate is higher at the surface of adsorbent, whereas absorption is bulk phenomenon because the concentration of adsorbate, concentration throughout the body of the material, or you can say that absorbent. Here is the typographical mistake. So here should be the absorbent, ABSORBENT, absorbent. Now third point, adsorption is rapid at the beginning and its rate slowly decreases, whereas absorption occurs at uniform rate. Now next point is, in absorption there is non-uniform distribution of the adsorbate. So higher concentration of adsorbate on the surface, so it is a surface phenomenon, whereas absorption, in absorption there is uniform distribution of the absorbate, so it is a bulk phenomenon. Now the adsorption is exothermic process because here heat is given out or heat is evolved, but absorption is neither exothermic nor endothermic, means there is no heat absorbed or no heat is given out during the absorption. Last point regarding this difference between adsorption and absorption is, adsorption depends on surface area of adsorbent, whereas the absorption is independent of surface area of absorbent. So these are the important distinguishing points between adsorption and absorption. Now adsorption is classified by various ways or different ways. Now, first of all, on the basis of the type of interaction forces or attraction forces that exist between adsorbate and adsorbent, the adsorption is classified into two types. First is physical adsorption. It is due to weak van der Waals forces of adsorption, so it is also known as van der Waals adsorption. It is also known as physisorption also. The second type is chemical adsorption, or it is also known as chemisorption. It is due to the chemical bonds that may be covalent or that may be ionic in nature. Now let us see one by one here. Physical adsorption or physisorption, or it is also known as a van der Waals adsorption. So this van der Waals adsorption or physical adsorption, here the gas molecules are held at the surface of solid by weak van der Waals attractive forces. So it is known as the van der Waals adsorption. For example, the adsorption of hydrogen or adsorption of oxygen on the charcoal. So the adsorption of hydrogen on charcoal, that is due to weak van der Waals attractive forces, or adsorption of oxygen at the surface of charcoal, that is also due to weak van der Waals attractive forces. So these are the examples of physical adsorption or physisorption. Now second type of adsorption is molecules or atoms are held to the solid surface by chemical bonds. As gas molecules or gas atoms are held to the surface of solid adsorbent by chemical bonds, and these chemical bonds may be covalent or they may be ionic in nature. Let's see the example. First example is the adsorption of hydrogen at the surface of nickel. Now here the hydrogen molecule is first adsorbed by van der Waals attractive forces and then dissociates. Means you can say that here it is then chemisorbed on nickel. Now see this process. So here the hydrogen, initially it is adsorbed at the surface of nickel, so it is molecularly adsorbed and it is known as the physical adsorption. And when the temperature raised, then this hydrogen bond that ruptured, so this undergoes dissociation and the adsorption occurs chemically here. So this is nothing but the atomically adsorption of hydrogen at the surface of nickel. So it is nothing but the example of chemisorption. So the adsorption is nothing but the combination of two types of adsorptions. That is, the adsorption is equal to physisorption plus chemisorption. That is, the combination of physical adsorption plus chemical adsorption is nothing but the complete adsorption. Now the next example, consider the second example of silver or gold or platinum, etc. Now when oxygen is atomically adsorbed at the surface of graphite, it forms carbon monoxide molecule. So the reaction is like this. Graphite means here carbon plus half molecule of oxygen, and that forms the carbon monoxide. It is the chemisorption. So it can be shown like this one. So this is the oxygen. When it comes in contact with the surface of the graphite, then that oxygen and the carbon of the graphite, that forms carbon monoxide molecule. So in this way, the layer of carbon monoxide is adsorbed at the surface of graphite. And when this adsorbed carbon monoxide is present at the surface of graphite, and when the temperature is given to this graphite or to the surface of this graphite, then the adsorbed carbon monoxide molecules are removed from this surface. So this is called desorption. It means during the adsorption, here is the oxygen combines with the carbon and forms carbon monoxide, and during desorption here is a removal of carbon monoxide. So we can say that on heating after adsorption, carbon monoxide is desorbed instead of atomic oxygen. So this indicates that oxygen is chemisorbed at the surface of graphite. So it is a irreversible process. Means oxygen is not desorbed. Carbon monoxide is desorbed here. That may exist in here gas or liquid phase. At the surface of solid adsorbent, the adsorption is classified into two types. First is positive adsorption and second is the negative adsorption. Now positive adsorption means here when a solution, that may be in gaseous phase or liquid phase. Solution, you know here, that is the homogeneous mixture of more than two components. So when the gaseous solution comes in contact with solid adsorbent, then if the solute gets accumulate at the surface of the adsorbent, then that particular adsorption is known as positive adsorption. So adsorption of solute at the surface of adsorbent from solution is called positive adsorption, whereas when the solvent gets accumulated or concentrated at the surface of adsorbent, then that adsorption is known as negative adsorption. So in this way we have completed the half part of this topic. Now let's take the review of this one. So in this chapter or in this today's lecture, we have studied the introduction regarding adsorption. It means what is adsorption or the definition of adsorption. Then we have studied the mechanism of adsorption, that is the cause of adsorption also we have studied. Then we have studied the difference between adsorption and absorption. Then we have studied here the types of adsorption, positive adsorption and negative adsorption, but these are not in our syllabus. Only physical adsorption and chemical adsorptions are in our syllabus. So in this way we have completed the half chapter, that is surface chemistry. The remaining part of this unit here continued in next video. So our next video, that will be on the remaining part of the same unit, that is surface chemistry. So thank you for watching the complete video. Keep watching, stay home and stay safe. Thank you once again.